Okay, today we're going to talk about something that I think every single person listening knows deep down. It's that need for other people's approval. We're going to dive into why we're basically wired for it, but more importantly, how we can start to break free.
Really think about it for a second. That little pause, that knot in your stomach right before you hit post, what is that? Well, that's the modern-day echo of a super ancient instinct, looking for approval from the tribe to make sure we're safe and we belong. And it's not just social media, is it? It bleeds into everything, our career choices, who we date, even the clothes we pick out. There's this little voice in the back of our head constantly asking, what will they think? And man, it can be draining. But here's the most important thing I want you to hear right now. If this is you, you're not weak. You're not broken. This is a fundamental part of our human software. For thousands of years, our survival literally depended on fitting in. The only problem is, that software is way out of date for the world we live in now.
So why is this need for approval so incredibly powerful? Well, it all comes down to what you could call a fundamental blind spot that we all have. Think of it as our missing psychological mirror.
This right here nails our core dilemma. You can't see your own face without a mirror, right? It's physically impossible. Well, it's the exact same thing for our inner selves. Our character, our worth, our personality. We can't see it directly. So what do? We use other people as mirrors to try and get a reflection of who we are.
And this is where it gets dangerous. The source material is really blunt about this. The second we start depending on those reflections to tell us who we are, we give away our power. We basically become slaves to what they think of us. Our whole sense of being alive is now in their hands.
So how does this actually happen? How does this dependence get built? It's not just a passive thing, it's a really powerful mechanism that keeps us trapped. It turns our natural need for connection into what are basically chains of approval.
Here's the technical name for it: psychological dependence. It's when your inner feeling of "I'm okay" is completely outsourced to other people. It's not just about wanting to be liked, it's needing to be liked, just to feel like you exist. You're letting other people write the definition of you.
And this leads to a rule of the mind that's as real as gravity. If you depend on anything for your sense of survival, and your sense of self as a form of survival, you will 100% fear losing it. So is it really a surprise we're so scared of what people think?
And here's the trap in action. It's this addictive loop. It all starts with a little flicker of self-doubt. To make it go away, we look for approval outside ourselves. We get a compliment, a like, whatever, and for a moment we feel relief. It's a quick hit. But that little hit just reinforces the idea that we need others to feel good, making us even more dependent the next time.
Okay, this next part is so important. The goal here is not to become some hermit living in a cave, completely cut off from everyone. The whole key is understanding the massive difference between healthy human connection and this unhealthy, scary dependence.
Look, we're social animals. We're meant to work together, to share our lives, to collaborate. That stuff is beautiful, it's necessary, but that is a world away from needing other people to tell you that you have a right to exist. That's not connection. That's bondage.
A great way to think about it is like a business. A company needs raw materials to make its products. That's a healthy, functional interdependence. But imagine a company that needs constant praise from its competitors just to feel like it should even be open. That's a disaster waiting to happen. One is based on collaboration, the other is based entirely on fear.
So let's get real about what this actually costs us. What's the price tag on living in this endless cycle of performing for approval? It's way higher than you think. It costs us our actual self.
Because when we just sort of passively absorb all the opinions and labels people throw at us, you're not creative, you're too much, you're not good enough. We're not just taking in words. Something huge and invisible is happening, a massive transfer of power.
You are no longer driving your own life. You've just handed the keys to someone else. You've made the outside world your judge, your jury, and ultimately, your master. You become a puppet, and your strings are being pulled by whether people are smiling or frowning at you.
And the single biggest thing we lose in all of this? One word: sovereignty. Our right to be the ruler of our own life, our own mind, our own inner world.
But it absolutely does not have to be this way. It is 100% possible to start cutting those strings. So now we get to the most important part. How do we actually start to do this? How do we reclaim our inner authority?
The whole path to living without fear starts with one thing: awareness. It's not about fighting it or trying to force it away. It's about a kind of courageous, honest investigation. You just have to be willing to look at the chains you might not have even known you were wearing.
And this is the million-dollar question you have to start asking yourself. And get really specific. Is it your job title? Is it how much money you make? Is it what your partner thinks of you? The number of likes on your last photo? You have to be brutally honest, because finding out where you've given your power away is the very first step to taking it back.
You see, true freedom isn't about being alone. It's about learning a new way to be with other people. It's about developing an inner compass that's so strong that you can be in a crowd and not let the crowd's opinion live inside your head. You can listen to feedback without letting it own you. You can love people without needing them.
Because in the end, this whole journey isn't about becoming someone else. It's actually about chipping away at all those layers of dependency so that your authentic self, the one who doesn't need to audition for approval, can finally come out. That is the real key to a fearless life.
So I'll leave you with that question to just kind of sit with. It's a huge challenge for sure, but it's also this incredible, freeing possibility. What would it actually look like in your own life to be deeply connected with others, but to belong truly and completely only to yourself?